not knowing like that. The first time I saw a woman in a porn with nipples as small as mine, I thought, thank God. I must have been about 10 at the time because I remember having to dodge the babysitter to go run and tune the satellite television to channels 86, 98, or 99 while always keeping one finger on that pre-programmed Nickelodeon button. I lost my virginity like a bet to that flickering image and nearly muted sound. I grew up in Van Nuys, California, the unofficial porn capital of the United States. So I had a vague notion of what to expect when, in 9th grade, I brought home the first boy with a mohawk. We sat with our backs up against the white picket fence in my front yard, waiting for his mother to pick him up, and there he slipped 2 painted fingers up into some place I didn't know I had.
Word.
I thought, oh, this.
Wow.
I've seen this before. And in 10th grade, I smiled familiar at the stoner who was going down on me for the first time as the family dog looked on. Smiled because the view down my bare belly looked just like it did in the movies. And in 9th, 10th, and 11th grade, I knew all the right things to moan for the girl with the Goldilocks who bit like whiskey and broke me like promises. We were just checking things off the list. Any beauty in this was accidental. There was no magic, just small favors. We were growing up American porn, taking these smuggled bits of adulthood and combining them with parental misguidance. The only conversation my mother and I ever had about masturbation occurred after she caught me in the act. It went like this. What the hell do you think you're doing? You look like a dog. We never spoke of it again, but for the next 10 years, I would rub the shine into this newly minted chain, taking only solace in the porn because then at least I knew I wasn't the only one disappointing their mother, so I watched, I studied, it was my addiction, it was my permission. I lost my virginity to American born. Those thick-necked boys and breakable girls, that absence of time, hesitation, and lube, that adulthood shaved bare, that ideal and spectacle and farce, but at least this sex, this imitation of sex, when pounded from our bored, frightened bodies, smelled honest. Honest. It doesn't get more all-American than this. I lost my virginity, true story, on the 4th of July, in the back of a Chevy Suburban in park traffic. When it was all over, I walked 3 blocks to the Marriott, locked myself in a bathroom stall, and stared down at the burning between my legs, sure that I must be bleeding, convinced I would look down and see my aborted uterus floating in a pink bath beneath me, believing he must have broken something. I used some damp paper towels to cool down the nothing that had apparently just happened. That night, we slept in a parking lot next to where the Boy Scouts were selling off the last of their fireworks. He kissed me on the mouth so thick, I choked on his gratitude, coughed up my shame. And that was like nothing I had ever seen before.